Hello, I am in lovely New Mexico, waiting to head into the festival grounds today because it's festival day. Gabby is excited about that. She's showing you her gooch, her primordial sack. Sorry about that. Anyways, good morning. It's like 8 a.m. out here. My circadian rhythm is just synced with the sun now, which is cool, but not very conducive to going to a festival because I want to be up late and I've been sleeping at like 10 p.m. Yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. Maybe I'll just need a little bit of help and that's okay. I am at the Alien Run trailhead right now near Aztec, New Mexico. So I'm about 20 minutes out from Tico Time, which is where the festival is. But I have a lot of chores I need to do today, which is so fun. Go purchase some things, grab some food, and I also need to drop Gabby off at the cat boarder. She has never been boarded before. I was looking at Rover because Rover is ideal. Well, I mean, somebody I know in the area is ideal. But that person was working during the nights that I need someone to watch Gabby. So I was looking on Rover, but it was all just dog sitters and people that sit dogs like fucking 12 at a time or some shit. Have a little fucking cult going on in there. I'm not about to put Gabby in the mix of that because she's okay around dogs. She's not cool around other cats though. So I think she could be okay, but also she can be a feisty girl. She can be a fucking menace, and I wouldn't want her to throw hands at somebody's dog. I was looking for just a cat sitter in the area. Couldn't find anybody in the Aztec, New Mexico range. And in Durango, it was like double the price. That was hard to justify because I'm going to have to board Gabby a lot more now that I don't have roommates to look after her. We're going to try this cat boarding thing and see how it goes. She's not going to be happy, but I'm going to be happy because I'm going to go to the festival, have a good ass time, and she's going to be in good hands regardless. It just sucks that we're living in a dog world. We're just some cats living in a dog world. Finding a dog rover would have been really fucking easy. I digress. I also need to remove the things that I can't bring into a festival. Need to find a place to put my gun because I'm not about to bring a gun to a festival. That'd be a bit ridiculous. I also got some like bear spray and other shit that would not be kosher at a festival. Need to figure out a place to store that. My friend's family lives out here, and he said I could put my gun there. And my gun doesn't even have any ammo right now. I'm really safe. If I were to be put in a situation, I can just flash my gun around, and like, we'd be okay. I would hope. Yeah, next week. I'm gonna get some ammo. I'm gonna go practice at the shooting range again. I did an intro to pistol class and I did pretty fucking good. I'll put the picture up here. I was on the left side, the 1, 3, and 5. I did pretty fucking good. So the years of CSGO have really paid off. And that's on aim training community maps. Okay. Anyways, I'm not working today either, even though I've already sent a couple emails and messages because it sucks having notifications go to your phone and waking up, and that's like one of the first things I see is having to disseminate information to the team. I'm just a good employee. I'm putting that out there. I'm a good employee. Don't fire me. I haven't told my employer about the van thing because I started my job last August and I was in a home for that, but I signed my contract as a remote worker. Even though they're trying to kind of peer pressure me to come back into office, I'm kind of just skirting my way around it for now. There's a good amount of remote employees where I work, so it's not like I'm this weird exception. Even though when they hired me on, they really wanted me to move to middle of buttfuck nowhere, Texas for the position. And I thought I was only applying to remote positions because that was my goal. I really wanted a remote job so I could do something like this. When they asked me to move to this place in Texas, I was just like, no, I'm gonna work remote. And I kind of just took my dick out and put it on the fucking table. And they said, okay. So I didn't actually take my dick out. I don't have a dick. HR. There was no dick was taken out. Anyways, I figure I'm going to do this van thing for as long as I can without getting discovered. And then maybe give it some time and tell them. So then it's not like they're figuring out and are like, oh, she's so dishonest. But I also want to get some time under my belt so I could show them, like, hey, look at my productivity metrics. I can live this lifestyle and still be productive. And I haven't necessarily been dishonest. When they ask me about the fucking weather, when I have to small talk, I still have to small talk even over Microsoft Teams. And that's one of the biggest things I try to avoid by being a remote worker. I graduated in 2021 and I've only had to work in an office for internships when like it wasn't really working. You're just kind of sitting there rotting. Because I did some Boeing internships, so I really wasn't working. In my adult career, I've only worked remote. And then my last job, they did the whole, guys, come into office so we're more productive, even though that's a lie. We just want to control you and supervise you. Even though they did that, and I was living kind of near an office, I was just like, no. I'm just not productive. Hi, baby. I'm just not productive in the office environment at all. And we're going to hope for the best. It's just hard because it's definitely a not common lifestyle. Especially an older generation can look at it and be like, you're not productive at all. You're living on the road. But I have my spaces to be productive. I have this little laptop screen extender as well. So I can do double screens, lead meetings. So I've been doing my job just fine. The thing that's been fucking up my job the most has just been going to these court hearings, which, by the way, the service went through, baby. The service went through. And the restraining order has been served, the temporary order. So that means on the 11th, the court date is a go, which is awesome. I could finally bring all my evidence, present my evidence. We'll see if he even shows up. I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't show up because he is not somebody that takes accountability. But you kind of need to when you're in front of the court. It was interesting though, because I ended up serving his previous roommate, the woman that was incredibly pregnant, and the service did go through because I was worried she's due any second. I was worried that they were gonna knock on the door and she'd be like pushing out a child because she was doing a home birth too. It would have been some stupid sitcom shit, but luckily that wasn't the case. The service went through on Tuesday, but she did lie to the sheriff, and I don't really know why. Maybe there was something shady with their arrangement. But she says that she hasn't contacted him in years and that they never lived together, which they live together. I've been to her house multiple times. Maybe she just feels weird because he's had these allegations and she still agreed to have him live with her. And she has children and stuff. I wouldn't do that personally, but I don't know, lying to a cop, and it could kind of jeopardize my case. With substitute service, you choose somebody that can communicate that information to the individual that you need to serve. So by saying that, oh, I haven't spoken to him in years, blah, 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 it kind of invalidates my substitute service a little bit. But luckily I have texts with her stating that she hasn't seen him in a couple months. So she's already lost credibility with that if they do ask questions. They also had, I remember they had a lease agreement. Whether or not it was legal or official, I don't fucking know. But he was signing contracts and stuff. So like, I really hope it doesn't jeopardize anything with the case. But we'll see. I just thought that was weird. And I've had to reach out to a lot of people in his life to try to just drive this process forward. And I've received nothing but support and empathy, which I appreciate, and a lot of people echoing this pattern of behavior that they've seen with this individual. So this is the first person that's kind of been an op to me, and that's okay. I anticipated having a lot more ops in the process, so I'll take one op. Anyways, by the way, the campsite I'm at is called Alien Run Trailhead in New Mexico. The road in, you really had to follow your lines. I have a 4x4. I realize I really don't have to worry about the terrain I'm on, which, such a blessing. Honestly, I feel invincible, unstoppable. I'm in the adventure van and I'm taking some fucking adventures. A side note, Gabby, the walls are fabric. The walls are fabric in the back of this fucking thing. Yeah, cotton 4K, bitch. More like cotton 180 HP. Um, and Gabby loves to scratch this shit. And I've already put up one scratcher to. Sorry, I'm like. Tattoo check. I'm trying to make sure she doesn't step on my mic recording. I've already put up one scratcher to try to prevent this. And every inch of that wall is a scratcher. Oh my god, it's giving me crazy anxiety because she's tearing this shit up. I have a long list of van upgrades I want to do. That is at the bottom of the list because honestly, it's not that big of a deal. And I just don't know like what I guess it would be insulation under that. If the insulation starts coming out of the walls because my cat is a crackhead, I'm gonna be really annoyed. One of my van upgrades for if I was rich would be just to take the fuck ass fabric off the walls because also it's just that millennial gray color. It's very uninspired. But I've kind of channeled a little bit of a more like a vibe in here with the vinyl, with the plants. I basically just have a lot of chores to do this morning, and I will be filming little tidbits from the festival, but I like to be present. I don't want to just be on my phone for the entire festival. And I get to see a lot of my friends. We have a fat group going too. So I'm really excited just to hang out with my friends because I can actually interact with humans face to face for longer than like a 5-minute conversation. So, and then I do have to leave the fest early on Sunday, drive 7 hours back to Denver, do some quick chores then, and then prepare for the court hearing the next day. I'm mostly prepared. I have the evidence ready. I just need to practice what I'm going to say because with these civil cases, unless you hire an attorney, you are your own attorney. So I'm going to be showing up looking like office siren, hot as fuck, with all my evidence, little folders, hand them out to the people. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, evidence. So I know I'm making light of the situation. It's not a good situation to be in, but I am a Gemini moon. So all I do is make light of situations. So do with that information what you will. I'm freshly caffeinated. I woke up, took Gabby outside for a little bit of a walk. She rolled around, got to explore a little bit. And after that, I had a nice coffee shit. They have pit toilets out here. I'm still figuring out the toilet thing, guys. The toilet thing. I feel a little bit lied to. And I think it is probably just a skill issue on my part. But the toilet's difficult. It smells. I don't know. It's not like I didn't anticipate for it to smell. But I don't know. I'll go into that in a different video, in a different spiel. Side note, if you see these rainbows on me, it is because, here, look. I have this rainbow cling film. Sorry, my window's really dirty. And then it comes back looking like rainbows everywhere. I have some behind me as well, and a little bit on the front of my van. I'll do a van tour eventually. I haven't left fucking Colorado, and right now my plan is Denver, starting on the 11th. Spend the week in Denver because also during the week I can't really be driving around a lot because I'm working, which is great for my wallet because gas prices are fucking ridiculous. Then I think that weekend I was really looking forward to going to Crestone, Colorado, and I think I do want to do that for the following week. But then the week after I have 2 back-to-back work trips. When I come back though, then the van adventure starts, beginning of June. That's when we start a California drive, start to see some beauty, explore a little bit more. I mean, I can't really be complaining about being stuck in Colorado because Colorado is fucking gorgeous. And I still haven't touched all the beauty. I think I've decided that Crested Butte is my favorite mountain town still, but then the Ouray area, Southwest Colorado as a whole is the most beautiful part of Colorado. I really wish I didn't have to use fuck-ass royalty-free music in the vlogs that I put together. My last two vlogs, the first one, no music. The second one, I just looked up upbeat lo-fi. Because honestly, like, I know lo-fi is kind of dead. It's not as trendy anymore. It's a bit of a meme, I feel like. But I don't know. It really takes me back to when I would watch a lot of vlogs and people would have their little lo-fi beats when they're doing a little video montage. I did that shit and it felt good. I'm gonna do it again right now, bitch.
Nothing the same. Life in the fast lane, welcome to the game.
Hi. I'm I'm in the trenches a little bit emotionally right now. Um, Probably won't film too long of an update because I sound like this. I lost my voice like 2 hours into being at that festival. I think it's just because I've been sleeping in the cold a lot, cold, dry air, and also that festival was really dusty, but it was really fun. It was my first festival with like a giant group of people where I knew everybody and it felt really good. It was just seeing all my friends. You know how I've been talking about being lonely, much less lonely now, after catching up with my friends and just dancing and having such a good time. Sorry. Anyways, you may be wondering why I'm dressed really nice. It's because I left the festival early to go to court for my protection order court hearing. A brief summary is I filed for temporary protection in the middle of April, and I've been trying to serve this individual who is currently homeless, living out of his car, and bouncing around the West. So I've been struggling to track him down, and I've been trying, but also I haven't because I feel weird stalking him after he stalked me. So it's just been a bit difficult. Last update I talked about getting substitute service approved. However, I did conduct that substitute service, and I also did mention that it was to his ex-roommate, and she had lied, saying that she hadn't spoken to him in years. She also said that she was his ex-girlfriend, so they must have had something shady in their living arrangement. I don't really understand what the hell, because I show up to court today. They're looking at my substitute service document, and they say we can't accept this because of what she told the sheriff. And if they aren't really in contact, if there isn't a strong likelihood of seeing each other again, which I thought they would because he had left some of his stuff there. He has his storage unit nearby her place. They had lived together up until mid-March. So it only had been a month after, once I finally served her, it only had been a month and a half, but I guess that was too long of a gap. She told the sheriff years, which I'm just so frustrated because if she didn't lie, that service probably would have been accepted. And it just, this whole process just sucks because I have been Hi, baby. Come on up. She sees I'm upset. Come here. Okay, anyways. I've been trying really hard. And, like, I think by trying really hard, I am creating more drama and more unsafety in the situation. So, like, and if I can't serve him, I don't even have the protection order intact, the temporary protection order, even though I'm fighting for permanent. So it's just frustrating that, like, that dishonesty. I left the festival early. I drove back to Denver. I really want to start this adventure, but I have to come back to Denver every 2 weeks. I have some work travel at the end of May that I'm going to have to switch around a little bit, so I really hope it doesn't mess with my job at all. My brain is just really low on serotonin too. Fuck. This process is just trash. This process is just really trash. I really was excited to start my adventure. Like, I should be in Arizona now, but I just have to remind myself that, like, life doesn't really go to plan, does it? Does it? And I have the sorry, I sound so pathetic. I have the option to, cancel the case. But, like, I still really want to fight for it, and I have to find another avenue to serve him. He is starting his summer job, so he will have more stability. So I believe that I'll be able to serve him in that way. But yeah, this just sucks. I'm just frustrated. I'm just really frustrated over everything. So this isn't a fun update, I was so ready. I had everything printed. I have all my evidence ready. Every time I go to court, it's like a $20 Uber because I can't bring my van down there. And as it gets hotter, like, I can't even be anywhere that's over 85 degrees because I have Gabby in here and I don't want to fucking cook her. So, like, I hope in 2 weeks, like, I'll be able to go first and get out of there before it gets too hot in the afternoon, because not a lot of people know this about Denver. It's next to the mountains, but Denver's actually a bit of a desert and it gets really hot in the summer. That's part of the reason why I'm so stoked to leave. Leave to Washington, where this guy is currently inbound to start a summer job because he wanted to move out there to be with me for the summer. Fuck. So, if he does do that Washington summer job, I know where it is. And even last week, I talked to the sheriff as a backup, and he was actually very communicative and very willing to help me. So after this update, I'm going to call him, submit my new paperwork. The first day for that job should be tomorrow. So hopefully they can even serve him tomorrow. It's just like, why would you? I don't understand why he's choosing this option. He's being a little bitch. Because now I'm going to serve him on the first day of his job. The optics of that are pretty fucked up for him. I didn't want to do this. We were supposed to have this trial at the end of April. Like April 28th, man. I'm pausing my life. Sorry, Gabby was right there. I'm pausing my life for this shit. I'm pausing my adventures. I'm in the RV lot again. I'm in the fucking RV lot, man. I don't like it here. And since I work, I can't, like, go travel out for a week and come back unless I'm driving on the weekends, which I guess I could. But, I don't know. I do want to see some more people, like some of my friends, because that would feel really nice right now. But also, like, Denver's going to be hot this week. Like, we have a high of 88. And fucking sunny. We're close to the sun out here. And I don't know. I kind of want to go back into the mountains again, maybe a bit closer than I was in Southwest Colorado. Sorry, I just fucking coughed on you. I don't know. I need to figure that out. I need to call the sheriff at his 2 summer job options, the place in Washington and the place in Colorado, to talk about service. I need to do some chores. I need to figure out what my plan is. All before it gets too hot. This is just a tough thing to pursue when I am not living in a home. It's tough. It's because there's so many little logistics I need to think about, which, to be honest, I find to be kind of fun, but not kind of fun when I'm fucking hemorrhaging money for Ubers and having to dodge all this weather, and I sound like a dying dog. Anyways, I think my order of operation is to get changed and plan out my week, figure out if I want to stay in Denver, maybe go into the mountains a little bit. Tomorrow at work, I'll figure out my work travel and what I can miss and have somebody cover for me. And then just keep going with my day, I guess. So, yeah, that was my update. Y'all want some more lo-fi? Y'all want another lo-fi montage about it? Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it.